Hello, Mr. Brown. How are you doing today? Do you hear me? Let's see. What's the volume? Okay. That's the volume. Let me not need it. Let's do remote control. People. Okay, let's do it. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Hello? Where would I go? Hello? Hello? Oh, come on now. Doug is controlling your screen. Okay. Remote control. Doug can control your screen. Set all requests. Hello? Hello? Security. Share. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, share sound. Hello? Do you hear me? Share sound. Okay. Hello? Do you hear me? Okay. Lord have mercy. Hello? Do you hear me? Okay. Do you hear me? Huh? No? Okay. Let's see. Volume. Do you hear me? Oh, his is off. Okay.
Unmute.
Okay. There we go. Hello, Doug. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, LaRonda.
Okay. My special guest speaker is not going to be able to make it. She just lost her father today. So you're going to be in charge today. So I'm going to be asking you the questions. I'm going to be asking you the questions that we were going to ask on Thursday. I'm going to be interviewing you today. And I know you ready. And actually, we have a lot of ladies want to reprise your role back in March. So we're going to get you back, if that's okay with you. A lot of women want to hear your side of the game that people play. So so let's get started on your topic. Now, what I'm going to be asking you is, have you experienced self-love and how you overcame it?
Have I experienced self-love and have I overcame it?
How you overcame it?
Oh yeah. You know, I've actually experienced self-love and to my detriment, you know, it led me down a lot of wrong paths.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
yeah, you know, from a negative standpoint, you know, down a lot of wrong paths, down criminal paths, down crooked relationship paths, and then it drove me all the way to a point to where, you know, I was almost on to a point where I lost everything. What up, man? To where I just either had to fly straight, you know, or just it's kind of hard to explain, you know.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah. I've been through a lot, you know. I've been to prison 11 times.
Wow.
You know.
So what made you change?
From self-love. Huh?
So what made you change from your self-love patterns? What made you change? What made you become the man that you are today?
I had to start first. I had to change the way I think.
Oh, yep, yep. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Sometimes, man, when you go through that, it's a debriefing process that we go through.
Yes.
You know, it's a debriefing process. We have to realize that everything that we've done to a negative extent was all done from an illusionary standpoint. It was all an illusion.
Wow. Now that's true. Now you said a mouthful right there, because me and Ross have been talking. She said, why I'm in a distort reality. I know this man is married, but I want to cling to this man. So some people have this distortion. They know that it's wrong, but it's like a delusion, like you said. If you're
Well,
in
see,
love with, yeah,
well,
it's a delusion.
well, see, the delusion comes through the emotional and the physical attachment. It's a false emotional and a physical attachment that still has you there, you know, and you know it's a toxic relationship, but yet you remain there.
Now I agree with you that on 100%. Now
You
that's
you
true.
remain, you remain there because the head good.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people stay in untoxic relationship is because the sex the person give them or the
Yeah,
emotional attachment, like you said.
yeah.
So they don't want to break or loose. They said, because I don't want to be alone. I don't want to feel like I'm abandoned. And that's why a lot of people stay in these bad relationships. And so your life is so positive that you change from having that negative self-love about yourself and decided, first, I got to change my mindset.
Yeah,
If you change your mindset, you change your directions. And that's what you did.
it's a deficiency.
Tell Nancy it's a deficiency. Tell her it's a deficiency. It's just like having an iron. When you have an iron deficiency, you need medicine to make you well. So just
Now that's true. Now
self
that's
love
true
is a
there.
deficiency. When you're not connected and you don't have what you need, you cling to what makes you feel good.
That's
Until it makes
true.
you feel good, it can make you feel good till you get sick from it.
Yes,
That's what
I agree.
self love is. Self love is a deficiency, straight up.
That's right.
Yes, yes. Oh,
What it is.
great.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. You know, so that's how I learned, man.
Yeah.
You know, and just dealing with it on that standpoint. And I was able to grow up out of that because I was on the verge of losing everything. You know, and I had to remember the scales and the balance. You know,
I agree. I agree. I agree. I think we all have some form of self-love. Like your friend was saying, it's a deficiency. It
but
is a deficiency.
but let
It
me.
is.
I
Tell
don't
me
mean.
I say, hey, this is me.
Oh, this is my sister Lisa.
This is who? Lisa son? Hello? Hello?
Okay, I got it.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Oh, yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah. I was saying, in a lot of cases, you know, rather than beat your brains out trying to figure out what's going on and trying to troubleshoot, all you gotta do is go back to the childhood.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Simple childhood. Things
Yes.
that was missing from that childhood that they expect you to provide.
Now that's true. Now that's true. Our childhood is if our childhood is broken down through sexual development, do you know our sexual development when it's off, it is a detrimental to us growing up, and it's a detrimental even into our adulthood.
Well,
If
of course. Yeah, well, who wants to just tell anybody about the uncle who molested them?
most guys won't. I got
Or
240
yeah,
men, 240 people in my child incest recovery group, and men said that it's hard for them to tell someone about their pain. They said because people, society has causing rave on you guys. If you tell somebody that you've been hurt or sexual abuse, that you weak. So men goes into this beehive and say, I'm not gonna tell anybody, you
okay,
know.
well, yeah, but see, all of that is a farce. because they have no problem. They have no problem sitting up telling me and a whole other group of guys how their older aunt gave them their first sexual experience. Man, I got my head from my aunt. I got my first head from my aunt. They got no problem telling everybody that.
Yes, that's true.
So,
that's true.
You know, so it can go. It goes both ways. You know, that's why, you know, I'm not real sensitive, you know, to when people tell me stuff like that. I mean, even when I even get a whiff of it even coming out their mouth, I say, hold up, man. You find somebody else to disclose that with. I don't even want to hear it.
That's true. That's true. You know, I'm learning, Doug, the older I get, that everybody ain't got to know everybody ain't got to know your past. And I'm saying sometimes we get too candor. When we are former victims, we be so candor and we talk about stuff, you know. So let us continue on the games people play. Now, I do want to hear some more of your input on let's see here. Now, have you been emotional abused with a partner, and how did you confront their behavior, Mr. Brown?
Oh man, God. Yeah, on a couple of occasions. Yeah, I have. The emotional abuse comes through false accusations, mistrust,
yes,
you know, insecurities. I'm talking about, you know, when I just named all of these, there's degrees to each one.
Yes, it is.
There's degrees to mistrust. There's degrees to jealousy. There's degrees to all of that. And she was at the highest degree.
Oh my God.
And, oh man, to the point where, man, the hair was falling out the chin of my beard.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But see, but how I dealt with it, right? Okay. I used to fight fire with fire. I used to beat you. I used to try, you know, beating her, getting mad.
Yeah.
It worked to a certain extent, but that ran down her alley, and it actually fueled her fire for later battle.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
For later battle.
Yes,
Yeah, see, she don't even play. She got a mean armory, you know, for later battle. So it got to the point where, man, I go in there and cook whole full course meals, and won't eat nothing. I nibble off. I went to lose my appetite. So how I started dealing with it, I just started, you know, just ignoring it. And then this is how you do with an argument. The best thing you can do with an argumentative person, this the best response you can give an argumentative person on any level. I don't care what you're arguing about. I don't care what you're debating about. Whenever you arguing with me, you have a disagreement on something. Mm-hmm. The first thing I'm gonna tell you to kill everything, I'm gonna be like, you know what, LaRonda, you dead right. You dead right. Thumbs up. Keep it pushing. My bad. You dead right.
Now you
because
said
as long as I keep trying to convince that you wrong, you're gonna keep trying to convince me that you're right. So now, I'm gonna convince you that you're right, even though that you is wrong.
Now, Doug, you said a point there because I talked about in some of my topics here about silent treatment. I learned how to get my ex is he wanted to argue because I had just bought this car. And I'm like, we're not married. I'm saying myself, and I need a car, but he would rather for me to ride the bus 2 hours away, 2 hours back, but he got a car. So when I got a car, he wanted to argue that night. So I just went in the room because I learned my dad always say, if you walk away from somebody's argument, they ain't gonna argue by themselves. So I used the silent treatment method on him, and he just shut up and went to bed. But you know, so let us continue here. Now, have you ever been gaslighted by a partner in a relationship now or past? And you know what gaslighting is. That is someone messing with your emotional thought process. It's like a fog. If you go in the fog out there, Doug, it is cloudy. They put like a cloud on your mind to control your every move. Yeah, have you ever experienced that?
Yeah, of course. On a daily basis. But I'm gonna give you a prime example of this extent. She always throwing up her X-rays. Now you know I got pins and rods by back. I can't be doing this. I can't be doing that.
Yeah.
What do you think Aunt Claire gonna think about her name on this lease? And always something to try sway my decision in some type of way, or my way of thinking or some type of way. Well, yeah, man, I'm going around there to Lisa, my sister Lisa, having a get together. You know, Jazz and the kids cooking something. They wanted to come around there. Well, you know, it's a pandemic around here, and we're not really supposed to be out like this. And I really don't feel safe being around a lot of people that I don't know, Doug. Just to keep me away. This is her jealousy of me being around other women, or a chance of me being around another woman.
Oh my God, that's not good. That's not healthy.
That's gaslighting.
Yeah, that is gaslighting.
Oh man, I can give you 1,000. I can give you 1,000. I can give you 1,000. You'd be like, yeah, when we get our stimulus, we're going to St. Augustine and we're going to spend the week with Rob and Barbara, and we're going to go to the outlets and we're going to go shopping and everything. I said, okay, all right, cool. We go down there, hang out, blah, blah, blah. We ride the Greyhound bus down there during the pandemic, wearing masks, yada, yada, yada. And then just after we get back, 2 weeks later, is my sister throwing something at the house, some type of get together, little crab ball, and invited me, my brother over there, and my nieces and nephews. And I want to come over there, and she's like, Doug, now you know it's a pandemic, and you know I got these rods and pins in my back, and I'm one of the people that are talking about this high risk. I don't want anything to happen to me. I really don't feel safe. But if you want to go, you can go. But
that's
I know
gaslighting. She's threatening you.
But I know when you go, you're gonna be looking at all kinds of bitches and everything. I don't trust you.
That's gaslighting.
Wow. Hey, look, man, I can give you 1,000.
That's gaslighting. It is. It really is.
Damn right, I'd have been gaslighted. I'd have been gaslighted.
Now let's answer this one. It said, have you ever been part of a relationship game, and why is it not healthy to continue this role? Have you been part of the love game that we're talking about?
Well, in order to be a participant, I had to be a part of it, of course.
Yes, of course you had.
But I wasn't the conspirator.
Okay.
And in the situation, I wasn't the conspirator or the craftsman. I was always the defender or the evader. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Always trying to find the high road out.
Okay, I get you. Okay, cool.
I'm non-combative now. I'm non-combative. So when I get combative, it just goes to another level. I just get disrespectful, just cuss you out and everything, and you know, I just get straight ghetto. All the intellectual stuff go out the window.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now,
can I get on your level?
Yeah, you trying to get on their level.
I speed you on a higher level, but you ain't want to. So now I got to come to your level and speed you on that level, and I don't even like to get like that.
You stooping down to their level, and you don't want to get there, and you don't want to lose. You don't want to lose your intelligence that you have by stooping down to somebody's level that is, is provocative. Now, what you think? What is a provocative game to you as well, Doug? I know we didn't put that on your interview questions, but what is a provocative game to you?
A provocative game?
Yeah, what is a provocative and what is a provocative game? Well, as I research, it's like a relationship game. Have you experienced
I'm gonna tell you what a provocative game is. A provocative game for me is just initial conversation, just seeing, just gauging the intelligence of a female through a simple chat. I find that provocative. When I go to speaking on subjects such as the right brain and going and speaking on subjects of intuition, and just see how she grabs those areas, and that's I find that provocative, because when I find one that catches on, boom, then we can get on a flying carpet and we can fly, oof, just take that. I call that a provocative game.
Okay, good.
From an intellectual standpoint. Now, from a physical standpoint, you could say foreplay.
Yep. That is so true.
Foreplay and the dialogue along with the foreplay.
Yeah, the dialogue with the foreplay. You're right.
There's a dialogue.
The dialogue is, I told a guy one time, he was liking me, and I said, my body is not showing that I'm attracted to you. So why you keep forcing it? And I say, it's a woman out there. You're gonna know the time. A man knows when a woman body is receptive to him, and a man should know when a woman's body is non-receptive to him. Now, do you agree on that?
Of course, it goes all the way back to the pheromones.
Nothing. Come when you done.
For real, simple. You're not gonna have any sexual contact with any man in your whole life that doesn't involve pheromones.
Now, true. Now, I want you to speak on that because that's my favorite subject. Just a little bit. To speak on the pheromones.
The pheromone is our mammal or our animal attraction towards each other. The male sex to the female sex. And it secretes out of our glands. And when the right female smells it, and you know, multiple females can be compatible with this pheromone.
That's true.
This is where you have multiple relationships. You know, then it may just be one. So now I got one cheating partner that you don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and this is this animal attraction that brings y'all together. You know what I mean? And you can't fight it. You can't resist it. It just happens. It happens.
That is so true.
You don't have sex with anybody by accident.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No. It's those pheromones. Those pheromones is the final link. Me and you could be vibing just as good and everything, and you could really, 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 really like me. But if them pheromones ain't clicking, we can be no more than friends.
Now that's true too. Now
but
that's
this
true.
Is where you get. This is where the like the brother like sister type relationships develop. Real good friends. In the eyes of other people, man, I know they got to be screwing each other, but no, they just like brothers and sisters. They click.
Yep.
They click mentally and emotionally, but they don't click physically as far as pheromones is concerned or sexually. They can lay in the bed with each other and everything and just hang out and don't be sexually attracted to each other.
That happened to me in Denver when I was, during the homeless situation and, semi-homeless. I would be in the same bed with a guy and nothing happened. He on his side and I'm on my side. And people say, no, that's not, you can't do that. So yes, you can.
But yeah, with me, that's something entirely different, man. I don't know. The way I think and the way I move, I cut that pheromone stuff out quick. I don't even play.
Yeah.
I turn it off with all that wheel.
But when you're in a surviving mode,
I'm not promiscuous.
Yeah, see, when you're in surviving mode, you're not thinking about sex or anything. You think about how you gonna survive and where you gonna lay your head. And so I don't care. So that's so true.
But hold up now.
Go ahead.
You remember we were talking about the consequential relationships?
Oh yeah, go ahead with that one.
Okay, believe it or not, now the strongest consequential relationships is bonded through pheromones.
Yep. And could you elaborate on that?
Huh?
Could you elaborate a little more on that?
Of course, yeah. You like the way the insurance man smell.
Yeah, that's true.
You like the way the insurance man smell. So you more polite to the insurance man than you is to the UPS man when he comes.
Yes.
And then the insurance man come on a certain day. You're gonna look good for the insurance man when he comes.
Now that's the truth there.
You know what I'm saying? But check this out. Yeah, but check this out. Listen. You never came on to him, he never came on to you.
That's true. That's true.
But that's important for you to look good for him every time he come though. That's that consequential relationship. Now, all of a sudden, another insurance man pop up and the other insurance man is no longer around. You start feeling some type of way. You might even have an attitude towards a new insurance man.
That's true.
Now,
that's true.
It goes to a whole nother level. 6 months done passed. You walk through Walmart, you see your old insurance man. And guess what happened? Guess what you do out of instinct when you see him?
What?
You grab them and you hug them.
Oh my
Now guess
God.
what? The relationship is no longer consequential.
Oh, okay. Okay.
See, it changed. Okay.
So when you grab a man and hug him, it's no longer consequential anymore.
No, no. It's the same way with the mail lady. I'm always making myself available to the mail lady because she should be in a swim magazine somewhere, and she come to the mailbox tight pants, and I make it my duty to come there to get my mail out of hand. I won't even let her put it in the box. But you know, I thank her, and she thank, and you know, and she going about her business, and that's as far as the relationship goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or I might not even do that. I might just let her put the mail in the box, but I'd be in the curtain looking at her and just wave at her through the window. And she wave at me every day.
Wow. Wow.
Every day. Okay. And all of a sudden she gone. Now they bring some fat slob up there. He delivered my mail. You know, because of that, my mail might pile up in my mailbox for a week because of the depression that caused me.
Oh wow.
By the same token, I run into the mail lady at Walmart and she see me and I see her. First thing I want to do is reach out and shake her hand.
Oh, I get you. Okay. Okay, cool. Now, this is something too. What is a backpassing game? And you identify. Backpassing game is a tactic that people use in relationship games. You ever heard of a backpassing game?
You say a backpassing game?
Yeah, it's like a backpassing game. It's let me go to one of these slides here.
What's up, Jay? Hey, what's going on, Doug?
What you need?
Listerine.
Okay, backpassing games. You told what provocative was. Backpassing game is backpassing game is that person shift their own responsibility to blame you.
What about fruit in the car?
Like you were saying earlier about
Yeah.
your relationships, they shift their responsibility in the relationship to blame you. That's what backpassing games is. Have you ever experienced backpassing games?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, she blamed her failure to. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She blamed her failure to land a lawsuit on me being on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, she say those bringing demons into the house.
Wow.
And I'm a blessing blocker.
Wow.
She say because I walk through Walmart and happen to look to the right and see an attractive woman inadvertently that I'm lusting, that I'm blocking her blessing. Anything that befalls her in a negative way was always blamed on me. And then there's a lot of things that she could be doing herself that she always tried to put on me. Just like, yeah, I'm the one that did the research on the company Medtronic. I'm the one that did the research and found out about the faulty medical implants that they put in, the off-label products. I'm the one that did all the research and found you a good lawyer that was willing to even consider accepting your case. You know, I didn't have to do that. You know,
no, you didn't.
I'm not the one walking around with rods and pins in my back. You didn't even do that. I couldn't even use your phone number as a secondary number to call in case they couldn't get in touch with me.
Mm-hmm.
How selfish is that?
Yep. So she using the back passing game. Now, what about the double buying game? That is when the player is putting another person in a disadvantaged situation. Now, have you ever experienced that? The double buying game.
Of course. Through financial ties. I come home and all of a sudden it's not just one flat screen TV, it's 3 flat screen TVs. That's what she went down the errands on my name and created more debt for us.
Okay.
Now that's a contract. Now that's not only a contractual bind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is a real. It was an unnecessary bind for me because we already penny pinching, And
Yeah.
it's just stupid stuff. Just stupid stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And then don't you hate when people try to spend your money for
Oh
you?
yeah, my ex did it all the time.
Okay, but but when they get their money or they get money, if you decide, okay, you want to buy you some weed, go buy you some weed. Okay, if you want to go buy you some foot massager, buy you a foot massager.
Mhm.
Okay, well, my hobby is RC racing. If I want to go if I want to go drop $400 on a slash X Max and get out there with the guys and have fun, that's what I want to do. But when I want to do it, all of a sudden I'm spending my money on stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you should be getting, well, you really need to get more underwear and socks and stuff. I got underwear and socks I don't even wear.
Yeah.
What do I need? You know, always trying to spend my money for me. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's crazy. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now also I know you heard of this three-handed game is tell me I'm right. When someone is playing you in the name of the game, they'll say, tell me I'm right. But what they're doing is trying to throw some of the blame off of them to you as the like the bystander. That's what that is, a three-handed game. Now, have you ever experienced a three-handed game?
I'm gonna get him some of this.
Well,
Have you ever
yeah.
experienced that three-handed game when that person is throwing that responsibility off of you and they're in a disagreement because they want you to remedy the
I wish
situation?
this one broke up.
Yeah. Yeah, all the time. Like perfect example.
I love her.
Let me think. She man, there's just so much stuff with this woman here. I can answer every question just on this one relationship alone. Yeah. She when she hits bad, when her disc is really messing around, really bothering her, she got some broken rods and pins in her bag. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to do everything to really comfort her and alleviate her pain. You know, and then the whole time that I'm doing it, she's steady putting the guilt on me. Is while I'm doing it.
Wow.
I'm not doing it right. Or don't put this, don't put that on it. Don't put, see, I had some freeze spray. I had some orthopedic freeze spray that freezes a nerve, a pinched nerve. It freezes a pinched nerve.
Okay.
The stimulated, so
Yeah.
so the flow of blood can go through it.
Yeah.
Just because of her hating the extreme cold stuff, she didn't want me to apply it on her. Now I got to take the long route to alleviate her pain.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Now I got to put icy hot on there. Now I got to put Bengay on there. Now I got to put the hot towel on there. Now I got to come back and put the icy hot patch on there. Now after I do that, you know, instead of me just hit it with the freeze spray like I did once before, and then just hit it with the Bengay and let it go on about its business. She always, I mean, yeah, a lot of different ways. Yeah.
Okay.
She would always.
Okay. Now, can you just talk on masculinity energy? You as a male, have you? I know you know about masculinity energy. You guys think in logic terms, and we think in different terms. But you guys think on logic. Women say, "I feel," as if when my feminine energy is being projected, I said, "I feel," but you guys say, "I think." That's got to do some of your logic and your reasoning. Could you expand on a man's masculinity energy for me when
Yeah,
you're
of course.
dealing with the games people play?
Yeah, of course. See, now the game has changed. See, the game has flipped so much to where it's hard to distinguish between male and female masculinity. Now, everybody feels some type of way.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
That's the slogan. Nobody says I think no more.
No.
Everybody feels some type of way. So when you dealing with masculine energy, and me from a man's standpoint, right? You know, I'm always be a thinker first.
Okay.
and I consider myself a free thinker. So when I say I think something, I just don't, it's just not blindly thought. It's well thought out before it even projects from my mouth. Before it even comes, before I even put it out into the universe, it's well thought out. So when I say I think something, it's actually well thought and well read. I promise you that. You know,
wow.
I feel something. Now, I get real scary when I say I feel something. You know why?
Why?
Because it's more illusionary based.
Okay.
Because you trick. Now you're dealing with the left hemisphere on your brain. You're dealing with everything you can see, touch, taste, smell, and hear, and not with that which you can think. You're not dealing with anything on from a cognitive sense.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
now
I
you
do
feel.
understand.
Yeah, now you feel. This is why when you ask somebody, well, how you feel? I feel good. No, that's not a feeling. Good is not a feeling.
No,
Well, how
it's
do you
not.
feel? Well, how do you feel today, Robin? Well, I feel melancholy, Doug. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now, not only that you gave me an idea how you feeling, you gave me an idea of how to carry on the rest of that conversation. Ain't no sense in me you telling me, you be like, well, how do you feel, LaRonda? I feel good, but really you feel melancholy. Now I just go to tearing off into some other unnecessary stuff that you really don't want to hear.
Yes.
When you telling me how you really feel from the beginning, now I can address that feeling.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, that's called constructive communication. You have to build communication starts with a foundation.
So when somebody is telling you how they feel, they really feel melancholy, but they're mostly, you said that's constructive communication because they're not really telling you how they feel.
Well,
They're
this is
just
the
saying
game.
how I feel. Huh?
Remember, we talking about the game now.
Yeah, this is the game. It's the game.
We talking about the game. We talking about the game. You know why? Because you can see. Robert Greene says in the book of 48 Laws of Power, one of the most powerful laws. Now I can't recall the number, but that law is called always assume formlessness.
Okay. Cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to deal with a formless person. You know why? A formless person can be anything you want them to be.
That's true. They can lie. They can lie because it's part of that game, like you said. They can lie.
Listen, they can look you right in the eye and tell you a bald-faced lie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? See, this is your incorrigible liar. You got different levels of liars. The worst being the incorrigible liar. The incorrigible liar is one that there's no redemption for. An incorrigible liar will allowing you to get you killed.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
And don't feel no remorse about it.
Sure don't.
Yeah, you're an incorrigible liar. You know, so you got incorrigible game players.
Oh yeah.
They play with there's only one winner in the game. Them.
Now that's so true. Now that's true there.
And everybody else in their game, even the ones they love, is nothing more than cannon fodder to fuel their sickness.
That's almost remind you of what happened in Washington, D.C. almost 3 weeks ago. The game, that was a game in my sense. Politics to me is a game.
Yeah.
They was part of the game and everybody else got screwed. They got duped. Some of the people say, oh, I got duped. That was a game.
Yeah. I can say that was a game.
It was a game.
I can seriously consider saying that was a game.
That was a game. It was a politics game.
But it was done on a global proportion. When it's done on a global proportion, it's no longer a game. It becomes a psyop. You know why? Because you have global participation.
Yes.
This is why I be telling people, man, I used to hate watching shows like Jerry Springer. I used to hate watching shows like all these dumb tabloid shows, you know, that exploits Black people in a negative way.
Yes,
You know why? Because this is what's happening. They're looking at these shows over in France and over in Japan, over in Korea, and they like, man, this how these people acting? So when the time comes when they go to slaughtering you in the streets, the world won't have no remorse for you because they never took you serious.
No, because a global, like you said, global proportion have saw you in a bad light, so they don't take you serious.
Right.
Yeah, they don't take you serious. They just think it's a game.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay,
That's right.
so as a male, you are protected, and why your masculine energy, you are your species, the animal in you has protected instinct to protect whoever you're with, maybe your children or your woman. Could you expand on that a little bit? Your masculinity energy, why your protected instincts go into a not in the beehive, it goes out quick.
Well, if you look at the the symbol of the man, okay,
Hmm.
you have the circle, you have the arrow pointing from the circle, okay. Well, the circle, the arrow represents man cutting through the winds of emotion, okay.
Okay.
The circle represents his family and community. See, this one thing that separates man from animal. Man's nature to be upright. Okay? A man's nature to be upright. You can see a man's nature to be upright from an infant. You see how an infant crawls. And when an
Yes.
infant first grabs that table and pulls itself up, the first thing that infant does is look around and says, look at me. You see what I did?
Yeah, they do.
And you see the look on that infant's eyes when he takes his first steps?
Hmm.
That's his nature to be upright. I'm talking
Wow.
about in a male child. When you
That's
change
true.
his diaper, isn't that male member standing up?
Yep, sure is.
That's that.
I get you. You ain't gotta do all that.
Okay, that's his nature to be upright. So this, from a man's standpoint, it's a natural instinct for a man to protect and a man to. Okay, I'm not getting out. For a man to protect and a man to lead. Okay, but see,
Okay.
it's through our childhood and our misrepresentation of a childhood, which hinders that and which handicaps that, in our later years. This is why I'm telling you, you have to look back into a man's childhood to see why he acting the way he act.
Now that's true there.
Sometimes with some people, I'm gonna tell you, with 90% of the people, okay, you understand, all you got to do is is appeal to their inner child.
Yes. Yes.
Appeal to their inner child. Sometimes you talk to them in a little in a little childlike voice, you get things done faster.
Yes, you do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
You mean you when you chastise them, you do it in a little child's voice, they receive it better.
Yes. Now,
So that's the mindset that they're in. You can't chastise them in a grown woman's voice. You already see this. So you know there's a problem there.
yes, that's true. That's true. Have you ever noticed when you chastise the woman you with or your child, she goes back into that girlhood? Have you noticed that?
Yes, of course. Of course. Especially if they had a strict upbringing.
Yes, true.
See, they not only fall in line more, they're more susceptible to fall in line more easier, but they fall back into that mindset, into that mode, versus one that grew up in Orange Circle Projects without a daddy, mama was never home, and they was raised by their big sister. See, they're not gonna fall back into they're gonna fall back into a whole different mode on you.
That's true. Now,
See,
now that's true too. Now, could you elaborate on what did I say? Trying to think. Aggressiveness and affirmation. Sometimes in the name of game, people use their aggressiveness and their affirmation. But to me,
Okay.
that really don't mix.
Okay. I'm gonna do this acronym. D. No. J. B. A. J. Jealousy.
Yep.
Okay. Through jealousy in a relationship, okay, we find it hard to trust.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what happens in a relationship. When I find it hard to trust you, okay, and no, I'm a good man.
Yeah.
Okay. My jealousy soon turns into denial. Okay. I deny the, let me see how I'm putting this, because it's been some years since I did this. Okay. I get with a female.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it from a female standpoint. Okay. With a female, I could be jealous of her.
Yes.
Okay. I could be jealous of her. But through my emotional attachment through her, it's coming to me bit by piece. But through my emotional attachment through her, and through her gaslighting, through her backpacking, she begins to use my jealousy against me by denying me certain aspects of our relationship, denying me sex.
Yep.
This is where the putting you on punishment thing come from.
Yep.
See, that's just passive denial.
Yeah, that's that manipulator. That's what they do.
That's that manipulator, see?
Yeah.
And then it goes from jealousy to denial to when I done got fed up with the point of you keep putting me on punishment like this.
Yeah.
I get fed up to the point of you doing it when you want to do it.
So I go find somebody else.
Nah, this where the aggression comes in now.
Yes.
She find out about it. See, so you go through those 3 stages, you know, and yeah, I've been through that. I've been through that. I've experienced that numerous times. You know, this is why I say, you know, when I meet it, I made it my business. From this point on out, when I meet a woman, I want to meet her on an intellectual basis.
You got to know their mind. That's what my ex used to say. Know their mind first.
I promise I will no longer fall in love with a fat ass. I will no longer fall in love. I will no longer fall in love with hair, teeth, eyes, nothing, head, nothing.
You better know her mind first.
You better believe it.
You know her mind. If you know her mind, you know what direction she gonna take the relationship.
You better believe it.
Because if you don't, that's what I said one time, that men mentor their feelings through sex, and that's unhealthy because you just looking at how she looks or how she moves, and then you find out she crazy. So you better learn.
I mean, yeah. I mean, who'd ever know that, you know, that one night stand turned out to be your Jeffrey Dahmer.
That's true.
Know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, you never know. You got to get to know that person. You got to get to know that person. And
you need to know the spirit and see if their spirit connects with yours too.
That's why I tell you, when I be in these online chat groups, like when I used to be on Tag and POF,
yeah,
and they send you the hi or pleased to meet you, and first thing I do, I go to their profile.
Yep.
And see the things that they like and what they expect, and then I go right at them. I do not come at them like the average man.
You can't.
I tell them, be like, yeah, I'm straight cerebral. I come at them, I'll be like, I'll be like, you know, well, hello, beautiful. You know, I say, I love your beautiful smile.
Yes.
I say, you had so much pain behind it.
Yep.
I say, I want to commend you on your resilience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I say, can I read your chart today? I say, your aura is of a bright amber.
Okay.
You know, and then I be like, do you like the way I'm talking? She be like, yes. I be like, I firmly believe in speaking to the right brain
Yes.
because that's where the seat of your intuition is.
Our right brain.
And I say, you could tell that I'm a good talker. And she be like, yeah. And then it'd be like, now, when I get to a point in my conversation, but see, listen now, I'm just playing the game.
You just playing the game.
Listen,
Mm-hmm.
it gets to a point in my conversation now where I be like, sometimes I be like, just like my chest. See how my chest feeling? I feel
Yeah.
like real light. I feel real light in my chest. I feel butterflies in my chest. I feel the same thing you feeling right now. And then she'll type back, oh my God, how did you know that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now,
Yeah.
oh man, boom, that's like putty. Next thing you know, I haven't even text. I haven't even dropped 5 texts. Now she's sending me her phone number. Now she wants to talk. Now she wants to hear my voice. Now she wants to hear my voice. You know what I mean? But like I say,
Yes.
it's the game.
It's
But
the game.
that's how I connect. And I tell a lot of my homeboys, I mean, look, man, y'all out there playing with these women, man.
Yeah.
There's thousands of beautiful women out there, intellectual women that's aching for a good man. They just want a man that's on their level.
That's it. And that's hard to find. And
I
you
say,
know,
man,
as a black woman, it's really hard to find an
look,
intellectual man. That's true.
man, look, LaRonda, I be like, a lot of these women don't care what you drive.
Nope.
They don't necessarily care what you're wearing. But if you can provide everything that they're missing in their life, I promise you, man, they will never leave you or anything. All you got to do is, if man, you learn how to listen. First, you got to learn how to listen, homie. You got to learn how to listen. You got to be sensitive to her needs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and try to be spontaneous sometimes. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah, and do things together. You know, I give you the blueprint, man, but I can't do it for you.
No, you
So
can't.
they sit back, continue to do what they do. So I just go on these social media platforms, boom, and continue to play the game.
Yeah, you keep playing that. Hey, something else too, because we're getting ready to close this session down. Because I want to get you back in March. If that's up to you, 18 to the 20s. We're gonna
march right on in.
Yeah, because see, we got a lot of women want to hear it from a male perspective about the game. What you think make your strength so grounded? You know how you men are so firm and you're very optimistic. You don't let nothing get you down. Where do you think that come from? Do that come from your faith in God, or where do you get this stamina? It's very strong.
No, it's just
female.
No, it's just in a real man, it's just his will to dominate. You know, his strong will to dominate and his strong will to win. What gets him like that? You know what I mean? A woman can accept loss more better than a man. You know, a woman's level of resilience is 20 times higher than a man's. You know, so me, it's just me knowing, just having knowledge of self first. You have to have knowledge of self. If you don't have knowledge of self, man, there's no way in the world you can have knowledge of other things. First, man, get knowledge of self. That's the first thing Socrates seen when he went to the Great Pyramid and he looked up over the wall, read the hieroglyph, and said, "Man, know thyself."
Yep. So I really do thank you for coming today and wish you much success. And I will be getting back with you again and March the 18th through the 20th. And I haven't decided what time we're going to have it because it's kind of still early. But I'm gonna go ahead and like have a Facebook flyer, and I'll send it to you as well. So if you want to put it on your end, you can do that as well.
Okay, I got that Zoom app. I got it
Yep.
on, and just let me know.
I
I'll be
will.
there.
Thank you for so much of success. So hopefully we're gonna get a bigger group this time, the next time. So
We will.
yeah, we will. And thank you so much. And God bless you. And I'll talk to you later. And thank you for coming in today. I appreciate you so much. God bless you.
Okay. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you.
For the plate.